Hi guys, I'm Fatima and I'm one of the Heyyy sisters. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and if you're new, welcome to our YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few important things that first year uni students need to know about that they wouldn't otherwise know unless they have experienced uni life. These things will make their uni experience, and especially the beginning of their uni life, much easier. So let's just get right into the video. Alright, so the first thing I wish I knew as a first year uni student was that every course or every discipline that you study has a handbook or like a guidebook that pretty much outlines all the subjects or the units that you're going to be studying throughout the years, and it's broken down into different semesters. So starting from your first semester, that handbook will be a guide for you in terms of what subjects you need to pick. Your course handbook outlines all the units, all the subjects that you need to be studying each semester. So in my first year of uni, I didn't know that there was such a handbook there that would help you with picking your subject and making sure that you're on track with how far along you're getting. So I would randomly pick any subjects that my friends were registering in at the same time. So I'll pick one subject from the first year sequence and one from the second year sequence, or from different semesters. So I just went in accordance to what I thought the subjects that would be easy for me to study. So I was thinking, this is my first year of uni and it's my first semester, so I'm gonna go through the handbook and I will just see what subjects feel easy and what I will be capable of doing without like struggling too much as a first year uni. So I went ahead and I did that, and it turns out that you might have missed in this semester might not be available next year at that same time. So that really delays your graduation. So make sure that you talk to your uni tutors, professors, or even the reception staff. I'm pretty sure they can help you out with it. Ask them about the handbook and where you can access the handbook. And following the handbook sequence guideline can really help you stay in track with graduating on time. And the second thing I wish I knew in my first year of university was that the unis offer so many services. Services like in Australia we call it studiosity. So when you finish an assessment and before the assessment is due, there is this website that you submit your assessment. It's a uni website. They've got special special tutors on that site that can have a look at your assessment. Obviously, they don't mark it for you, they don't write it down for you, but they do give you feedback on how to improve on certain things or certain points. As a first year uni student, that can really help you. Using a service like that can drastically improve your grades and just help you be in a better position in terms of your studies. Textbooks are really expensive. If you're someone who's like a little bit tight with money and can't really afford it, you can talk to your uni library and get them to see if they have your course textbook available. So the libraries usually do have textbooks that you can use instead of buying your own one. And what I would do is grab the textbooks and go through the chapters. Whatever chapter was most important, I would either take photos or go to the printer and just print a few copies of that. It's really important that you do your own research and also ask around from people that have already been in the uni to just like give you little tips and tell you about all the services that are available there, all the resources that you can get your hands on. Another thing that I would say that's important in general, but also when you're first starting uni, is just to invest in your appearance. Buy a few pair of really nice, comfortable, and good quality clothes, at least like two or three. I would say three when you're first starting uni, and also buy like comfortable sneakers, flats, shoes, whatever you're comfortable with. So things that you can throw on without having to think too hard in the mornings. Usually, I would spend a lot of time trying to pick out an outfit because I wasn't exactly sure what to wear. And knowing what suits you and having clothes that make you feel confident is really important. It just makes getting ready in the morning so much easier. It saves you time, and with like all the hours of being on campus, you just want to make sure that you have clothes that make you feel comfortable and good at the same time. When it comes to your shoes and your clothing, just pick colors that are very similar to each other so you can rotate it on a weekly basis without, so you can mix and match on a weekly basis without having to spend, hours trying to figure out what outfit to wear for the next day. It'd be really helpful for you to do some research and find your style and see what suits you and what makes you feel your best, and actually buying those pieces before you start uni, or even if you have started uni. Another thing that I wish I knew in my first year of uni was to make sure that I have familiarized myself with what's the process or the procedure for if you miss an exam, or let's just say you can submit an assessment on time. This is something that doesn't really cross your mind until you're in that moment. And most unis, they have a specific guideline of what they want you to do and steps to take if you can't submit an assessment on time, or if you're applying for an extension because you're sick or something happened in the family. There are specific forms and things that you need to fill out and submit before you can actually valid extension, or to make sure that you're out on any marks. There are certain procedures that you need to follow in order to get an extension, or in order to redo an exam that you missed because something happened to you, you were sick, or I don't know, there's so many things that can happen. Life is just so hectic and unexpected things can happen. So it is so crucial that you familiarize yourself with those steps and with those things, and make sure that you are educated and well aware if things do happen. So if they do, you know what to do and you're not panicking. For me, on my first year of uni, first semester, I was submitting an assessment. It was 10 minutes before the assessment was due. I think I was submitting it, and then my laptop completely crashed and I lost all my work, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do that time. So the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, let me quickly email my professor. Let's see what, oh, my tutor, let's see what he's going to say. And then obviously at 11 p.m. at night, they're not going to reply. They have a life. They're not going to be waiting on their emails to see what students are going to need help with, like last. So obviously I did email him, but he didn't reply to me back until a few days later, and I was just panicking the entire time. I was thinking, I'm going to fail this assessment. I don't know what's going to happen. And I was just freaking out the entire time till I went to uni and I spoke to my professor, and he was telling me that, oh, you can't just email us and let us know what happened. That's not the way it goes. You have to go to this website, fill out this form, submit it. So make sure you are familiar with those things. What to do when you miss an exam, assessment. That's something that a lot of first year uni students don't really think about until they're in the depth of the moment and they're just panicking, stressing, and they don't know what to do. So make sure that doesn't happen to you. Last but not least, invest in making some good, loyal friends in uni. Honestly, uni can be very overwhelming, and the last thing you want to do is invest in friendships that you think are not happening naturally. So sometimes when you meet someone, everything happens so naturally. Like you just instantly become friends, and you guys click like there's no tomorrow. You guys click like you click in a way that you've always known them. But for some people, if you're like more on the introverted and quiet side, you might struggle with making friends, and friendship might be something that you don't really want to invest your time and energy in. But trust me when I tell you this, friends, especially in uni, they come really in handy. A good circle of friends, like, it just makes your social life, your uni life, the whole experience so much more enjoyable. And especially when you have friends that are from the same discipline as you, and that you guys are taking classes together, those friendships are so crucial. When you have friends that are in the same course as you, you always have a very reliant and trustworthy study partner that you can study with, because you guys are studying the same thing. So on days which you might not be able to go to uni, you can call them, ask them for updates on what was happening and anything important that you might have missed out on. Or if there's like a presentation or something that you need to do as an assessment, doing it with like a bunch of people that are your friends and that you know really well can just make the experience so much more enjoyable and just less stressful. Even if you make one or two good friends, that's still better than not having any friends at all. You don't need to be in a big circle of like, friends that hang out 24/7 and do everything inside of uni and outside. No, no, that's not what I mean. Having friends that you guys can motivate each other if there is something that's stressing you out, an assessment, you can, to work on it together, and your friends can motivate you to procrastinate less, to submit your assessment on time, and they'll just give you reminders here and there. Juggling home, work, social life, university workload can be very overwhelming. So when you have like a few friends by your side you see consistently every time you go to uni, can help you de-stress and just relax a little bit and just enjoy the process a bit more. Good for your mental health as well when you have someone that you can rant about your day, that you can talk about things that you guys are both going through. Going to classes feels way less daunting when you have like people that you look forward to seeing. When it's just you and a bunch of strangers in a class, and the whole place feels very overwhelming and very stressful, and it feels so restricting. But when you know you have like a bunch of friends that are waiting for you, that you guys get along with, you guys have things in common, that you hang out, that will help you look forward to your classes even more. And when you're studying with your friends, let's just say you're sitting in the library and you guys are all studying at the same table. If one of you is lacking motivation, or if you're just like procrastinating because, I don't know, you're struggling with something, when you see that everyone else in that friendship group and is studying and they're getting their work done, whether you want it or not, you want to get some work done as well, because you think to yourself like, oh, I don't want to be the dumb one out of this group, or I don't want to be the only one who's wasting their time when everyone else is being so productive and getting things done. It just puts a little bit of a peer pressure on you, but in a good way, in a way where it just pushes you to just keep going and just keep getting better. Make sure you invest your time and energy into making some good friends, because in return they will make your life so much better. You will have a better social life, they will emotionally be there for you, and academically they will help you, and your overall uni experience will be much more pleasant and much more stress free when you're surrounded by a bunch of people who have the same interests as you, they're studying the same discipline as you, and you guys are working towards very similar goals. That can really help you in terms of staying motivated even when you don't want to be. That is the end of the video. I hope you guys took away some useful lessons from this video. And I know if I had watched a video like this and I was aware of these things, my uni life, especially my first year and first semester, would have been so much less stressful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if you want to see more videos relating to uni or schooling life.